Good morning. Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, I am excited. I am back. And if you're wondering if I have that much energy, no. That's how the cruise director on our last cruise that Aaliyah and I went on woke us up in the morning, and I am missing vacation life. If you're wondering how I'm doing, that's how I'm doing. But how are you? It's been a good long minute, and I needed the minute, but I'm popping on today to give you some encouragement. I have a lot of people to thank, a lot of people to say, and I will get to that. But I do want to go ahead and shout out DJ Steady from Rock Steady Productions. Listen, when you have some people that you are connected to, you know you have true connections. When you are offline, when you are quiet, when you are not promoting your stuff, and they have a podcast and they are still promoting you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for checking on me, making sure I was good. Listen, it's just good to be connected to good people. That said, I don't do this often, but I heard Jackie Hill Perry say that when you don't market well, you are not being a good steward of what God has given you to give to the people. You know, we always think it's humility. Oh, I don't want to promote, and I won't do it on these videos very often, but because it's my first time back in a little while, and it just ain't right to let somebody promote your stuff over on their stuff and you not doing it on yours. So if you have not picked up your copy of The Messy in the Middle or Grace in a Shattered Place, both written by who? Me. Get your copy. They are on Amazon. Anywhere where you can order books online, you can get these two books. Both of them talk about the goodness of God. Grace in a Shattered Place talks about God being in your most broken places. But why do we have broken places anyway? Because God gets the glory out of the middle. The middle is where the story comes in. A good peanut butter and jelly sandwich is yummy. We can be, 25. My mama, I'm not going to tell her age. She would beat me, y'all. But the other day we were on FaceTime and she was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They are just so good, but it's that gooey, messy stuff in the middle that makes the sandwich good. It's that gooey, messy stuff in the middle of your story, the stuff you don't want to go through, the stuff that don't make no sense. But that's what gives God glory. That's what makes your testimony. That's what makes your story. So run, pick these up from any online store. Now I've got them upside down. That just me. I am going to move really quickly and just encourage you today to keep going after your promise. Listen, there is always some obstacles and some hurdles between you and your promise. And a lot of times, and I'm glad that I took a pause and didn't come back on until the middle of the year, because a lot of times when we are going after something, we start off strong, we start off hard. But what happens? What happens when we get a little stuck or a little off kilter or something gets thrown our way that we did not expect? What do? A lot of times we will stop and we will go, this must not be for me. Y'all, there is a Bible verse in Joshua 1:9 that we recite all of the time. It says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. And if I read that verse alone, it's an encouragement, but a lot of times it can sound like someone is going off, like God is saying, have I not commanded you per my last email, Joshua, be strong and courageous. Have I not commanded you, like somebody's mama, I ain't gonna tell you no more. I told you to be brave. I told you to be strong and courageous. But if you read above that verse. What it really is God saying, look, Joshua, Moses, my servant, is dead. Moses, who was ahead of you, Moses, who was going after the promise before you, he has passed away. Now, if I am in different venues, and I know social media is one of those venues where everybody on my platform, everybody on this platform that follows me, you may not do Bible. So I tell people I can't be nobody but what I am. I love Jesus. I'm a Bible girl. But think of it, don't let what you don't believe in the moment cause you to miss the story. Think of it as an old adage, if you must. Think of it as Moses is your uncle and you have been told that you were going to lead the family, the family business, but you're not ready. There's a lot that you need to still learn. There's a lot that you need to still pick up. And you were dependent on Uncle Moses to take us on in, and maybe I can take over at a different time, but Uncle Moses has passed on. So in the Bible, God says to Joshua, Moses, my servant is dead, and I need you to take these people on into the promised land. I need you to help them see the promise. I need you to not be scared. Now, I read that verse, and we always get to verse 9 and we repeat it. But God really told Joshua to be strong and of good courage, strong and courageous 3 times between verse 1 and verse 9. And I was talking to someone close to me, and I was asking a question. I said, why do you think he said it 3 times? Why do you think God said, be strong and courageous 3 times? Be strong and of good courage. Y'all, look, we came to the conclusion that it was because God knew up ahead there were going to be some giants. God knew up ahead there were going to be some obstacles. God knew that Joshua was going to see some things himself that might rattle his confidence, that might shake his faith a little. So before Joshua even got to those things or those obstacles, it was a reminder, be strong and of good courage. Listen, and I'm not going to it's already 7 minutes and 35. I watch that clock, y'all. I watch it, but I haven't been on in a minute, so we're going to let it roll. But I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I just want to remind you that whatever you're going after, whatever promise you're going after, it's going to be risky. It would not be a promise worth going after if it didn't require you to put some risk, if it didn't require you to assess some risk and know that it was going to be a little shaky. But already God has gone ahead of you, and he said, be strong and of good courage. Be strong and courageous. Have I not told you, friend? Whatever obstacle is ahead of you, have I not told you already? Be strong and courageous. Look, go on about your day to day, but know that God's already given you this land, already given you this business, already given you this relationship that you've been praying for, that you placed in his hands. In his hands. He's already given you the victory. He's already given you good health. He's already given you success. He's already given you the thing that you prayed about. Be strong and courageous. You may have to apply for the loan a second time, but be strong and courageous. That last opportunity may not have worked out, but be strong and courageous. All right, y'all. You know what to do. Go have a good day.